Hi everyone, welcome to World of Warships with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 2 Japanese cruiser, the Chikuma. This is another battle where you need to either cap 3 bases, A, B and C, or destroy all of the enemy warships. This is another co-op battle, which means we're playing against computer generated bots, but most of the players on my team are real players. At low tiers it's often quite hard to get a game on a normal random battle, but in the higher tier battles that I'll be uploading to YouTube in the coming weeks and months, I'll be using real gameplay. This is the co-op battle. Now I'm in a Tier 2 Chikuma. There's up to Tier 4 or 5 in this battle, so I don't want to be leading the spearhead of the attack. But you can see this if you watch my Tier 1 Erie American replay. You'll notice that this is travelling a lot faster. The Tier 1 American travels at under 20 knots. At the moment we're doing just around about 25 knots at full steam ahead. During this game you really do need to take notice of where your allies are. You can see on the map that some of my allies are very close to me in the water. You've just got to make sure that you don't bump into them, because you will do damage to yourself and to your teammate. You can also see the hit points on this ship is 18,700 compared to the Tier 1, which is under 10,000, so it's a very significant increase in the hit points of your ship. And also this one has more guns, and the guns are better. But in this battle there is an aircraft carrier on each side, 2 battleships, 4 cruisers and a destroyer. So I'm firing some armour piercing ammunition at that enemy destroyer over there. Looks like it might be it's a Japanese, looks like it might be the same as me, the Chikuma. As I said in my first video, you can see I just did 1,000 damage in that one shot. Armour piercing ammunition can do a hell of a lot of damage, but that last shot just over penetrated, which is what I was talking about in my other video, and only did 200 damage. But I'll continue with armour piercing, hoping for a bigger one. There's one for 870 damage. And those ones should be landing about now. It looks like they might have missed. In the aiming circle you can see a little aeroplane. That means enemy airplanes have been spotted in my area, so I need to be mindful about where they are. Another 870 damage into that cruiser, and that is really going down. You can see we've captured Zone A. That's what they just said. We've taken the lead, and the enemy are capturing Zone C. We're in Zone A, so we've assisted with that capture. But we need to start to be mindful of these ships and aeroplanes. You can see we've just spotted the aircraft carrier. Aircraft carrier are a little bit like artillery in World of Tanks. They're not as overpowered as artillery, but they're similar in the way that they don't have much defensive guns. So if you can corner them or get around them, they are very easy to put a lot of damage into. But on the way to going for that aircraft carrier, I'm going to start smashing that cruiser, which looks like it might be a Tier 3 cruiser. Putting heaps of damage into it. You can see I'll switch to HE rounds. HE has a higher chance of setting it on fire, which gives you obviously a lot more damage until the fire's extinguished. He's just put us on fire, and I immediately hit the R button, the repair button, which puts the fire out and stops any further damage happening to our ship. And you can see we've only lost a little over 2,000 damage. But while I'm on high explosive ammunition, I'm going to lay into this aircraft carrier, because those bombers and torpedo bombers can really pump it into us. There's my second kill.
Enemy cruiser founder.
And it was that other Japanese cruiser. So looking at the scoreboard, we're doing quite well. We've already captured Zone A, and our score is up to over 500. If you hit 1,000, then you win the game. Or obviously if you kill all the enemy, you win the game. They're only on 65, which is nothing, because they've lost ships and they've lost land. See. destroyers are a little bit like light tanks. They don't have much armour, but the difference between a destroyer in the warships and a light tank in the tanks is the destroyers can do a devastating amount of damage using their torpedoes. Their guns are normally okay, but their torpedoes, a destroyer can kill my ship with one shot of their torpedoes, or one barrage of torpedoes. They're hitting us a little bit with their guns, but I know their guns aren't that good. He's showing us his side now, which means he's probably going to line up some torpedoes. So we want to put as much damage into him as we can. Still got armour piercing ammunition loaded. I probably should switch to HE here.
Enemy severely damaged.
But I've put a heap of damage in. I must have got a really lucky shot because it's easy to over-penetrate destroyers because they're such small ships. Looking on the map, this destroyer is the only ship that I can really have shots at because the rest of the enemies are right up at the northern end of the map. So I'll try and get as much damage into him as I can. I'm not the only one shooting at him, as you can see. I'm trying to shoot on the run, but you always move in this game. You never sort of stop and shoot. If you stop and shoot, you're dead. They're gonna blow you up. I'm missing quite a few shots, but I'm landing a few as well. I'm still firing unpenetrating rounds. I really should have switched to HE. I think that's my biggest mistake in this game. Put a heap more damage into it with those shots. He is giving us a lot of grief as well. We'll get behind him so he can't fire his torpedoes at us. Unfortunately, I'm missing a lot of shots, so I'll switch to HE. So I know a shot with HE will definitely kill him. See the reload time is down to 3 seconds. 2, 1. Fire a full barrage at him. That could have been enough, but it wasn't quite enough. But I've got more guns to fire. I've taken out his guns. It looks like I've taken out his steering as well. That's what those modules are that have come up saying what I've got. I'm getting a little bit excited, firing a little bit prematurely. Turn side on, so more of my guns are facing it. It looks like someone else got him just before I... All of a sudden, we're not looking as good as we were before, but we're still comfortably in the lead. I can see their battleship. I'm hoping that on a battleship, your guns can only sort of aim one way, forward or starboard. I'm hoping that he's aiming the other way, but he's not. He's aiming directly at me. So I need to get the hell out of there. But while I'm taking some evasive action, I'm mad if I don't at least fire a few shots at him, try and get some more damage in.
Our victory is in sight.
We've nearly got this game won. You can see our score's up to over 800. As I said, as soon as you hit 1,000, it's game over. He's still firing at us, that battleship, but we're slowly running away from him. If those shots hadn't hit, we could have been gone for all money. Those shots, the last shots we fired, did hit him, as you can see on the right of our screen. But I'm just trying to get into a more defensive position, a safe position. But in the meantime, we hit the 1,000 score mark and captured all the bases. You can see I made 18,000 credits in that, which is a lot more than you make in Tier 1. This is only Tier 2, but the earnings and the experience are a lot higher. 51 hits, 3 critically damaged, 1 destroyed, couple set on fire, 1 citadel hit, which is like a headshot, some defensive shots, and you can see on the score I got the top score for experience, mainly because I was a Tier 2 in a Tier 4 game, and I did a healthy amount of damage. Over 11,000 with AP shells, 8,500 with HE shells, and the secondary batteries there, the automatic guns that fire when ships are quite close to you. You don't have to do anything to make that happen. That's just the secondary armaments of a ship. On the right you can see all the different ships that we did damage to. No aircraft destroyed. I didn't really see any aircraft in there, and a little bit about the time. Damage received. I received a lot of damage. I nearly died, and you can see our credits at the end. Nearly 22,000, in the end 18,500 profit with a decent amount of experience. So that's Tier 2 Chikuma Japanese Cruiser. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.